Okay, so let's go start with our lesson 7. Let's start with our vocabulary. First vocab, we have our kirimas. It means to cut, okay, to cut or to slice. Next one, we have our word okorimas. Okorimas, it means to send. So for example, to send a message or to send a luggage, we can use this one, okorimas. Okay. Next one is we have our agemas. It means to give. Okay. Agemas, to give. Moraimas, to receive. Then we have our word kashimas. It means to lend. Then next one, let's have our word karimas, to borrow. Oshiyemas, it means to teach or to tell. Next is we have our naraimas. Okay, naraimas, it means to learn. Okay. While our benkyoshimas is to study. Then last word is we have our denwawo. Okay, kakemas. Okay, to make a phone call. Okay. Now let's go with our next set of vocabulary. Okay. Okay. We have our te, okay, it means arm, okay, arm. Then we have our hashi. Hashi, it means chopsticks. Then we have our spoon, okay, okay, spoon. Then we have our knife, okay, knife. Then we have our fork, okay, our fork. And we have our hasami. Okay, we have our scissors. Okay, next one, we have our fakusu. Fakusu. Fax. Then we have our wapuro. Wapuro. Wapuro, okay. Wapuro, it means our word processor. And we have our pasokon. Okay. Pasokon is we have our laptop or personal computer. Then again, for our puncher, a panchi, kesu, then we have our hochikisu, sekotepu, keshigomu for our eraser. Paper is we have now kami, hana flower, then we have our shatsu shirt, presento for gift, then we have our nimotsu for our baggage. First is we have our word okane, kipu, kurisumasu, but if you're calling with your parents, you should call chichi or haha. So your father chichi and your mother is haha. But for someone else, father and mother, we have our oto-san and oka-san. And then follow with our mo already, then mada is not yet. Then we have our korekara from now on or soon. Later on, I will give you some sample sentences how to do it. So our word seteki, it means seteki desu what a nice. Gomen kudasai, excuse me. This is almost the same thing with our sumimasen or shitsure desu ka. But once we are using our gomen kudasai, this is actually an expression used by a visitor. So for example, you visit someone place, okay? Then you get in, then you can say this one, gomen kudasai, okay? This is an expression used by a visitor. Then if they welcome you to their house, they use irashai, okay? Irashai, okay, like welcome, okay? Then follow with our dozo o ogari kudasai. Do come in, okay? Dozo o ogari kudasai. Then next one is our shitsure shimasu. I'm afraid I'm gonna disturb you. For example, like we are in a class right now, then you want to ask me a question. You can say this one, Sensei shitsure shimasu, shitsumon ga arimasu. Then we have our itadakimasu. It can be for a prayer, or for example, somebody gave you anything, okay? That can be a gift or a food. You can use this one. Our ryoko, we have our trip, then follow with our omiyage for a souvenir. And they know that if you go to someone place, for example, for the Japan, the best souvenir that you can offer to them is like food mostly of the time. They appreciate that most of the time. So if you have a Japanese friend that come here in the Philippines, the best souvenir that we give, that they give most of the time is actually something that they can eat. Okay. So now our first grammar point is our noun, then tools means the, followed with our verb here, okay? So like in this example, let's try to read these examples. So we have here our hashi de tabemasu. So again, hashi is chopsticks, then tabemasu is to eat. So you're using here, by a chopstick, I'm gonna eat. Or we have here our nihongo here. Nihongo is Japanese. Repoto is our report, and kakimas is to write. So you're saying here, via Nihongo, I'm gonna write the report. It's also the same rules. For example, there's a certain word that you don't know. So for example, you want to know hello, okay, and you don't know what is that in Japanese. So how you will use that, hello wa Nihongo, okay, Nihongo de nan desu ka? What is the Japanese of hello? Or you want to know already the konnichiwa, okay? And you want this one in English, konnichiwa wa eigo de nan desu ka? Okay? Konnichiwa wa eigo de nan desu ka? So this is the rulings if we want to use our particle de. It can be by the tools or by the means. So example, you want to say Zoom de 勉強します。Zoom で勉強します。Via Zoom, I'm gonna study 日本語。Zoom で勉強します。Or you can use our Switch でポケモンを then our ゲームします。Okay? Switch でポケモンをゲームします。Okay.